going on, guys? Welcome to GregglesTV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you're subscribed so you know what's going on in the world of tech. What's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Holidays are over. Well, kinda. We're getting into the home stretch of the final week of this year, and we still have got some great news coming out in the world of tech, so let's jump into it. The first one is about the iPhone 7s. They're coming out with a 5-inch variant, it looks like, of the iPhone, and it's going to be in the medium-sized model between the 4.7 and the 5.5 model. So you're going to get a 5-inch iPhone. It's going to be an iPhone 7s, and it's going to have the dual camera lens, but it's actually going to be vertical rather than have it be horizontal. Now, the reason they're having the camera be vertical rather than horizontal is obviously because the phone is slightly smaller than the iPhone 5.5, and it's also a little bit larger than the 4.7, so they're making it seem like, oh, this camera can handle the dual lens, but it just needs to be vertical on this model. Other than that, there's really not going to be anything different versus this model versus any other model that they're coming out with in terms of the body or anything else. It's going to look pretty much identical to what the iPhone 7 looks like right now. I guess it might have a glass backing rather than aluminum, but otherwise it's not going to have, it's not going to be bezel-less or anything like that. Do I think it's good or bad? It is a good question. Apple, are you wondering what I think? I'm going to tell you. I think it's not a big deal, to be honest with you. I actually think they should get rid of the 4.7-inch phone and have a 5-inch phone and the 5.5, or even a larger iPhone at this point. And maybe they will have a larger iPhone now that it's going to be bezel-less. At least the premium model will be. 5-inch model phone is definitely a lot better than a 4.7. The 4.7 just looks super small to me. When I see people holding that, the keyboard's very, very small. Obviously, it's not as small as the 4-inch model that they previously had on the iPhone 5 and 5S, but 4.7 is still too small, I think, for a phone. You gotta put it at least 5 inches, especially if you make those bezels really small. But anyways, iPhone 7s, there will be a 5-inch model coming in September. Next up, Samsung, as we spoke in the last few weeks, maybe a month now, are going to have their own personal assistant called Bixby, and Bixby is going to be built in now, we've heard, into all their native pre-installed Samsung apps. So if you ask it a specific question, like for instance, if you're in their gallery app and you say, hey Bixby, or whatever they call it at that point, show me all the photos from Paris. It's going to show you all the photos from Paris, very similar to what Siri already does, as well as Google's assistant. I don't know why Samsung has to have their own personal assistant. Obviously, they probably are just trying to create more brand awareness, more reason for people to actually buy Samsung products, to fall in love with those Samsung apps, which in all instances, I don't think it's a bad idea for them to do this. It does create some kind of separation, though, between them and Google, since Google already has this. I can see them pushing Bixby into maybe a personal assistant speaker, kind of like the way Google Home is and the way Alexa, the Amazon Echo is as well. I can see Amazon using Bixby in that, and maybe they want to do more of that so they have their own personal assistant. They can sell their own products. I think if they used Google's personal assistant but made their own looking speaker, I think people would buy it, probably even more so than they would Google Home. So I think them integrating Bixby might cause some confusion overall with their customer base, especially people that are coming over from other Google phones where they already use Google Assistant. And but maybe it won't. It's a little bit too early to tell. Hopefully Bixby is a lot better than S-Voice. S-Voice was awful. It was slow. It sounded like you're speaking to a robot. I didn't like it at all. Bixby is supposed to be a lot better. It is created by the guys that originally created Siri. So I hope to God this thing is an absolute a pleasure to use, and it sounds good, and it gives you good information, because if it doesn't, Samsung, again, added more crap to their phones that we just don't need. And lastly, Samsung was the first carrier in America to push out the kill update for the Galaxy Note 7. It gives you a warning that by installing this update, it's going to kill your phone, won't be able to charge, and it tells you to return the phone immediately to your local store that you bought it from. It's about time they've actually done this. They're the first carrier to actually do this. AT&T and Verizon won't be doing this until early January. So T-Mobile pushed the update out today. So if you actually got the update, let me know in the comments down below. Send me a screenshot. I'm actually really curious to see what this looks like. So good luck to you Galaxy Note 7 owners, and also say bye to your old phone. Au revoir. Guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I do this every single day. See my new personal assistant right here, Perry the plant. Say hi to Perry. Hashtag Perry the plant. My product of the day, speaking of personal assistants, get an Amazon Echo Dot, 49 bucks. I'll link it in the description down below. If you want to try this out, it's a good way to start off. And then if you want to upgrade from there, you can get an Amazon Echo, the regular one, or a Google Home. Check it out, guys. Also, my question of the day is, what do you want to add to my wall? What would you like to see on the back of my wall? GregglesTV sign, maybe a poster. Give me some ideas. I'm willing to work with you guys. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you down the road. Peace.